The people in this room are basically the people who have been making our organization manifest into 12 beneficial departments and who are going to help me and work with me, because I can't do it alone, to make these departments manifest into Tsem TKL on 30 acres of land. And that place will turn into a learning, study, and accredited institution of alternative learning. Alternative learning such as Buddhist philosophy, such as meditation, such as Qigong, such as yoga, the art of flower arranging for calming the mind for people who are depressed or people who think too much, yoga, all these type of alternative types of arts I plan to have up in TKL. I do not expect TKL to be another huge, large, grotesquely big Tibetan / and or Chinese temple where it's filled with incense smoke and that's all you do. You offer incense, you offer light, you feel you're holy, and you walk off. That is not my brand of spirituality. That is not my brand of religiosity. Religion has become very materialistic. People go to the temple, to the synagogue, to the church, or whatnot, and just ask the divine for money, for relationship, for food, for long life, for health. Everything about spirituality these days is about give me, give me, give me. Grant me, grant me, grant me. I want, I want, I want. But we need to understand that the original prophets, teachers, enlightened masters did not teach or turn the wheel of their doctrines to create even more materialistic, greedy people. A lot of people, not everyone, are using religion to feed another facet of their greed, feed another facet of their emptiness, feed another facet of their grasping. What do I mean? Spirituality is not about getting more, having more, demanding more. When you don't get more, you ask the divine why. Or you lose contact with the divine and say, I don't understand. You see, when people lose faith in religion or lose faith in a religious doctrine or a spiritual practice, it is not because something went wrong. It is that their projection went wrong. Their projection of religion is not, I go to the temple, I go to the church, to the synagogue, whatever your denomination is, it does not matter to me or anyone. All is good. But what I don't like is people go to these sacred places and they ask for unsacred things. They demand unsacred things. And they live their life even more pompous, bloated up, and wanting more. So therefore, that's not the purpose of religion. These holy places should be places of education, should be places of thought and contemplation of what really causes our unhappiness, what really causes our disease, what really causes our greed, what makes people break up, what creates divorce, what creates parents not to have good relations with their children, what creates people to destroy the planet, increase global warming, destroy planetary species that can never be replaced. What causes all of that? What makes that happen? Definitely the way we have been praying, some of us, has not been the right way. So therefore, religion has taken on a very materialistic turn, not because the divine demands it, not because the divine commanded it or taught us. It's because people take religion, some people take religion and twist it to their own convenience, to allay guilt, to justify their actions, to keep up with their attachments, and to justify their greed, their laziness. So religion has become very, very much, in some places, corrupted. Not by the divine, not by the holy places, by the people who are lacking in education. One thing I don't like about empty places of worship is people go there, chant a few things, say a few verses from some holy book, and then say, you know what, we're spiritual, we're fine, everything's all right. It's not so simple. You can't go to a temple or a church or anywhere, I don't care what anyone says, and simply say, I accept Buddha, And by saying that one line, you don't go to hell. And you can go on with your greed. You can go on with your miserliness. You can go on with your abuse. You can go on with the harm that you're doing other people. And because you said that one line, you don't go to hell. I don't believe that. If that is the truth, every single religion would have one page in their holy book, and that's all there is to it. There's nothing more. Religion is not to be used for us to justify and further our laziness, further our abuse, our arrogance, our racism. It is not to be used for that. Religion is to be used to confront our negative qualities and transform them into positive qualities. Religion is to be used as a meter stick to check where our mind is and what it's doing to itself and to others. Every single religion is meant for that. No religion is to enter some holy place and recite some few words, and you leave the place and you have everything, and you're lazy, and you're greedy, and you're selfish, and you're abusive, and you don't care, and you're hard, and you're stiff, and your mind is not soft, you're not kind, you're not forgiving. You go in with that kind of attitude, some of us. You leave with that kind of attitude. But in between, you recite a few holy words, sing a few holy songs, do a few chants. That's not religion. That is corruption and degeneration of religion. So therefore, in KH and in TKL, I will make sure that does not happen for those who are karmically ready. For those who are spiritually not ready due to their negative karma and their laziness and their greediness, that's what makes people not ready. People like to say, I'm not ready because I have commitments. People like to say, I'm not ready because I have to pay bills. People like to say many things to justify why they're not ready. But the actual truth of not being ready is greed, anger, not wanting to confront, and also not wanting to change. Religion is synonymous with the word change, transformation, religion. I don't care who you are. You can eloquently study any holy book. You can come debate with me. I will debate with you. And I will debate all the way. Why? Every single religion, every single word, every single practice that we do is directed and meant for mental transformation. Transformation for what? From having a hard mind to a softer mind. From having a closed mind to a more open mind. To get along with not just 2 or 3 or 5 people you can get along with, but to get along with 10, 15, 20. To stop abusing if you're doing that. To have better relationship with our parents. To have more better relationship with our spouses. To have better relationship with our friends, our neighbors, our workmates. That whatever our spouses and friends and workmates have been telling us that's been bothering them, we stop. And not justify. So no matter how eloquent we may sound, the bottom line is simple. Since we have entered religion, any religion, how much have you changed? How much have you transformed? Has your relationship become better? Whether you accept God, whether you accept Buddha, whether you accept nothing, whether you are an atheist, it doesn't matter. Since you have entered religion, any form, and you proclaim yourself to be of a denomination, a religious denomination, how much have you transformed? Or are you a Sunday Buddhist, a Sunday Christian, or a Sunday whatever, where you can recite, you can talk, you can debate, and it stops there. You see, whether you believe in karma or effects, whether you believe in harming brings harm, those phenomenons do not exist on the basis of your belief. They exist with or without your belief. So if you while away your days slowly, uncaringly, and just simply, and taking care of your bills, taking care of your children, taking care of your body, and you just while your days away from that. Other religions have something else to say, but in Buddhism, what we say is you use up your merits. No, your karma. You use up your karma. People say, I can replace it. No. Because whatever you use up takes much more effort to replace. Much, much more effort to replace. So therefore, my point, when TKL comes up, and same with KH now, I have 12 various departments meant to educate people, meant to bring spirituality to people. My hope is not everybody becomes Buddhist. My hope is not everybody becomes my religion or my denomination. That's not my hope. Why is that not my hope? Because that is unfounded, illogical, and very biased. If we believe in a divine, we will believe that the divine will manifest in many guises and forms to teach people according to time, geography, and culture a method to transform their minds. And that's what has happened. So if we deny another religion and we think we're the best, we deny this one, we deny that one, we deny mankind something that they might have affinity with that might change their lives. So to deny another religion, to put another religion down, is to not deny millions of people of something that gives them solace, a potential transformation of their mind. So therefore, I'm not here and I'm not interested in converting everybody. In Buddhism, there's no word to convert. That's why there's no words for missionary. There's no Buddhist missionaries. Buddhist doesn't go around the world bribing, killing, forcing, scaring people into practice. Yet it is the fastest growing religion in the world, especially in the West. The fastest. Why? As Einstein said, Buddhism is a religion of the learned and of the future, because it's all encompassing. Look what he said in the 30s. Now, he wasn't a Buddhist, by the way, he was a Jew. Now, TKL and KH must be a place of education where we practice as good Buddhists and good spiritual people, giving examples to spiritual people of other religions to be harmonious, to interact, to care, to have good relations, to have good family, to have good relations with each other. That's what we teach. That's how we contribute to society as a whole. In Malaysia, we have percentages of which religion. If all of us take care of our own percentage, it adds to the whole. So therefore, we don't have to worry about the other religions. They have their own teachers, they have their own great people, they have their own great tenets, which they can learn and they can transform. We need to worry about ourselves and our people and how we can contribute to Malaysia or this region or the world as a whole. How do we contribute as a whole? When we transform and we change people around us slowly. Now, hence, I do not want our Dharma Center to be a place where we simply sit down, chant, do some empty prayers, and pretend we're all right, and go home. I have never liked that. I have never, ever encouraged that. And I come down very hard on people whose minds are open to my training to transform. Those of us who are not open to training, I leave them alone. Next few lives for them. It will take that time for them. So those of them who are open, there's training. What's the training? Training is not to be feared. Not being trained is to be feared. Because if what you're doing brought you no problems, then it's fine. But if what you have been doing brought you fear, insecurity, hatred, problems, and difficulties, then you should run toward training. But if what you're doing has led you a perfect life and you have no insecurities, no fears, and lots of skills, and you're beneficial to people, basically you're Mother Teresa, then you don't need training. So people who say they're afraid of training, it's not they're afraid of training. They're too lazy and selfish to transform and change. And they will lose in the end. I don't say this with glee or happiness, but that's the truth. So those who are open to transform and change, I, or the Dharma, or KH will help. Those who are not, you are still welcome, but you will fall behind.